Claude MD file. So this is a file that's basically the brain and the memory of Claude when it's working on your project. You can kind of think of it like cursor rules. You're basically giving Claude rules, but it is very important, and Claude really follows this thoroughly. If you hit /init in any code base, it's actually going to automatically generate this file for you, and then you can go ahead and make modifications, or you can even tell Claude Code itself like, hey, can you remember to do this next time? And it'll go ahead and add to the Claude MD file. So step number 2 is generating this and making sure that it's accurate and up to date and exactly how I want it to be. So step number 3, when I'm about to start actually using it and modifying code, is I always make sure to commit frequently and use Git as almost a checkpoint system. So if you're familiar with Cursor, they have this really nice restore feature in the chat. You can go Cursor agent where you can just restore to a specific point in the chat. You have to do that manual workaround with Git that I'm doing, which kind of sucks, but I'm kind of used to it, so it's not even that big of a deal breaker anymore. And number 3, it takes a very long time to run. Some of the actions that I take have taken over 30 minutes to run, which really can be disruptive to flow. But again, since you can in theory run sub agents and run things in parallel, that is a way to cut back the time. You can also just open up multiple terminal windows and use multiple instances of Claude Code at the same time, which I am frequently doing. So who is this for? I think that if you are a developer who does a lot of coding, and if you make apps and you make money from your app, I think this is a no-brainer at $200 a month, because I am getting substantially more value than $200 a month, at least in my case.
AIs of Gemini to integrate the AI part of it, right? Basic prompt engineering goes into it. It actually demonstrates a lot of problem solving, plus it's a little Gen AI-ish because you're using the LLM's API to craft the response every time. I would rate this project actually an easy project to build in today's time, because you will see from the next examples. The second project that I recommend you to build is probably something like a splitwise clone, but not just the front end, not just the back end, but the all of it. Okay, so you build a mobile app which basically tracks expenses and splits it among friends. You can add users, you can split among groups and so on. You can use the splitwise to get an idea of what it does, but I think splitwise has become premium and it's fundamentally a crude API, right? To change the variation a little bit, that you have built your own scribble, right? You can understand about pusher and like other live technologies that might exist for this. The tech that you will be using is sort of Canvas API, like WebSockets, Node.js, whatever backend frontend you want to use for this, right? This project demonstrates that you understand full stack, both front and backend coordinating very well, WebSockets very well, as well as some product thinking too. I would rate this project as medium hard, because it sometimes takes some time to build both front end and back end. The next 2 projects are in fact my favorite because I feel they are hard, Gen AI-ish, and very interesting. Vivek, it's hard. Is that why it's your favorite? Probably yes, because only hard things showcases that you have put in time, and the interviewer would be impressed immediately.
From Figma, and watching it automatically become production-ready code that follows your existing code-based patterns. That is Fusion by Builder.io. Now this one's special because I work at Builder.io. I have it under Design to Code category though, because it does it like no other tool, but let me tell you, it is on par with Cursor, Lovable, Bolt, and other AI tools. It understands your design system and APIs, plus you can visually edit the code just like you would tweak designs in Figma. We launched Fusion just 2 weeks ago, so if you take it for a spin, let me know what you think. I will personally share your feedback with the team. Now, a common theme I've seen with AI code generations is developers spending time to check the code quality. But what if the AI could do that too? About Mintlify, which reads your code base and automatically generates documentation from it. The AI scans your code, understands what it does, and creates comprehensive docs that stay up to date. Plus, it has built-in AI chat so users can ask questions about your docs directly. Now, Mintlify is pricier than the other tools we have covered, but it's really designed for teams and organizations. So if your company is looking for a tool like this, Mintlify is a great option. But what is better than using these AI tools? Building your own. Which brings me to today's sponsor, Scrimba. Scrimba just launched their full stack developer path that takes you through everything: HTML, CSS, JavaScript and TypeScript, React, Node.js, and more.